Hey, haven't you been wanting to start a podcast?
Yeah, but doesn't it take a lot to make one?
Well, let me tell you about Anchor. It's free, and it's the easiest way to make a podcast. On top of that, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Oh, that sounds amazing. But doesn't it take a lot of work to put my podcast on different platforms?
Actually, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
That sounds fantastic.
On top of that, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So where do I get started?
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Let's do some contact with a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is Devin Kraft from the Science Faction Podcast with my co-host Stephen Dominguez. Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Devin.
Hey, do you like science?
I love science.
Do you like science fiction?
Oh, science fiction is the best.
Well, I've got the show for you because you and I talk about science and science fiction on our podcast every week. And you know what else?
What?
We end every episode with a badass Futurama quote.
Oh, I can't wait.
So go to our podcast website, sciencefactionpodcast.com.
I'm going to do that right now.
4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of test.
And welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted Podcast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to bring you another episode. With me again is Liz.
Hey.
And joining us today as well is Grant, aka the McWonder Beast. How's everyone been? It's been a hot minute.
Very stressful. Work needs to quit. Losing people. We need to keep people on board. Anybody who's a pharmacy technician should apply. I'm just saying.
Down all around, you know. Life is.
Yeah, like work for. I don't know what Grant actually does. I know we don't have people at our work either. We've been losing people left and right. No one can stay for at least 2 weeks. We lose people like that. God, man, just stay for work, guys. We just need people.
I know.
No
it's a job.
one's leaving my work.
Lucky.
Everybody at my place is career. They want to stay.
That's good.
It's our career too. I'm a career person too. Hello.
But you're in the medical. No one wants to be medical right now.
It is.
That's
It's been a rough
that's
year
like
for
signing
medical
up-
people.
It's like signing up to be a cop right now. It's just not what most people want.
I know nobody wants to be a cop or a medical right now. Hey, we haven't really seen any cases. I mean, we're not seeing like 5 or 6 or 7 or 20 of them in our whole legacy hospital like thing. So like that's great. So
That's good.
So
So-
stop being a
we
bunch
had
of scared bitches.
we've seen 1 to 3 in the last couple weeks, which isn't terrible because our numbers have kind of been spiking. If anybody's been watching the numbers, we went from like being like a casual 200 now up to 500. So hopefully, and some of those counties, did you notice, Jesus, some of them went back into high level?
No, I haven't been paying attention. I've been just minding my own business.
Monoma, Clackamas, and one other county went to high alert again. We went from moderate to high. So
Wow, come on, people. Don't be stupid. We want to be normal.
Mask. I don't care if you want to be, you're vaccinated. I'm vaccinated too, and I still wear my damn mask.
You know what's funny about that? I haven't worn a mask in 3 months.
Really? Interesting.
Where are you
Not
going?
a damn time. I go to work and that's it.
You're
Oh,
probably
okay.
isolated in your office, don't you?
No, just no one says anything.
Oh, okay. That worked for you. You're still here. You're kicking. That works.
I'm alive. I haven't been sick. I have
yeah.
very
He
limited
sniffed.
exposure.
Okay. Yeah, I
What
think
was that
it's
sniffling I heard?
no. So yeah, like I think, like Liz mentioned, I just recently myself got my first shot, and god damn, that was a bitch. I was not expecting the side effect that I received from my first shot.
Again, everybody experiences differently. My mom, no, none whatsoever. My brother and his son got his first ones, and they really haven't suffered either. So I'm curious how the second ones will play out for you guys. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I've heard some
So,
people
yeah.
go down on the second ones, and
Yeah, I got a few little stories here. So, like, for me myself, my dad got it earlier in March. So the way his side effects were really very, very mild to none. He had a sore arm for both his shots. I think that was the most he had issues with. So,
Pretty standard.
exactly, my dumbass thought, like, I'm his son, I should have roughly about the same effect. No. So no. So I got my shot early in the morning. And I was supposed to work that night. And I'm like, you know what? I got it early in the morning. I'll fall asleep. I'll take something because my arm was a little sore, and I'll just fall asleep and then wake up and get ready for work and shit. When I woke up to get ready for work, dead ass, I could not get up from bed because my whole body was in pain. In pain.
I did my first shot and I went right into work too. And I woke up with a no, that was my second one. I got a nasty headache by the afternoon, so or the evening, whatever it was. So
yeah, I was in pain for a while, but it took me 20 minutes to call for help because I needed to call and text people, hey, I'm not going into work. Yeah, and then I literally just ate a light dinner. And then took some more pills and went straight back to bed just because of the pain. Like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. I'm going back to bed. Yeah, it was like not fun. The next day, the worst I had at day 2, I'm going to say day 2, was sore arm where I couldn't lift my left arm. That's where I got the shot on my left side. So I couldn't lift my arm to a certain height. Day 3 for me, I was for the most part normal. And day 4, I'm nothing. I'm back. Like it's like nothing. But man, that first day
and they say the vaccine's supposed to lessen the symptoms. So what does that mean if you get it now? Like how bad? Like is it worse than the shot?
So
each person reacts to a shot differently. Like when you go get a flu shot or a tetanus shot or a hepatitis shot. I mean, you guys are gonna react differently to it. Everybody's different. Like my first one. I know. Sorry, but
no, go for it. Well, how was your first shot?
My first shot, I was fine. I had the sore arm. I went to work. I was off that day. I got a headache later on that evening, and I was down. My arm was sore. I babied my arm because it hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, again, everybody's arm's different. Were you tense when you getting your first one? I probably was because I was excited to get my first one. Going, yes, I'm getting one down. I'm one of the first, 1,000 people to get it.
So yeah, continue. Yeah, so to continue, kind of some other kind of stories is like one of my cousins. He got it 2 days later. The way he reacted to it, he ended up with a reasonably out of a scale of 1 to 10, he ended up with an 8 headache for a couple hours. For day 1. Day 2, his headache died down to a 6. As far as the recording today, his headache is for the most part gone, which is like that's not bad. And then one of my other cousins, who got his on Friday, he got full blown sick. Fever, headaches, soreness, the whole 9 yards.
Just for the first shot. That's interesting.
So you know what?
Well, honestly, my cousins actually got their shot recently, and out of the 4, 3 of them got COVID after the fact.
Exactly. So you know what? For me, complaining I couldn't get up and go to work, I'm content with that. I'm not completely sick. I went back to bed. I think I won out in the side effect lottery right there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't go to work. I'm not feeling great. Bye.
Oh no, too sick to go to
work. But here's the thing now. So this is a story I wanted to tell on the podcast. So I did end up missing work, but apparently, since I missed work, an event happened that is so baffling and things like that. So as far as everyone knows who's been listening to the show knows that I work graveyard. And so we like I said earlier in the show, we're kind of short-handed, right? So that night it was just going to be 2 people, and when they were there, they're doing their thing, and sometimes, very rarely, they give us help. And one of my coworkers was telling me like, yeah, I think we ended up getting help because there was someone there helping them with the work and stuff, and he was acting a little weird. And I was like, acting weird? What are you talking about, acting weird? Yeah, he just was a little slow and stuff like that. Like, are you sure he's just not new and you just needed to train him? And they're telling me, no, he said he had 20 years of experience. Like, oh, okay, well, that is weird. Well, and they left him alone a little bit. For the most part, they were trying to, for the most part, kind of let him get used to the way we do stuff in our store. And he was very kind of pushing back on my 2 team members because and they kind of left him alone. He kind of dipped away for a couple minutes because I think he was getting upset the way we were running stuff. But yeah, they just get through the night, through a couple hours working and stuff. They go on their first break, right? We all take breaks together. So they asked the guy, hey, you want to join us for break and stuff like that? And he said, nah, I'm not going to take a break. I'm going to start working. And he said, the guy said, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Apparently what ends up happening, because our frozen guy works at night with us too. He ends up going to talk to our frozen guy for a little bit. And this is the weird part, right? Like, he goes talk to the guy, our frozen guy. He's like, yeah, I'm happy to be back here and back in the store. It's like I've been gone for so long. And come to find out, he's working at the wrong store.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
So there was this one, for the most part, I thought it was when there was the way they were telling the story to me, like, are you sure you didn't have some random stranger just helping you out? And like,
that's
no.
what I was almost thought too.
No,
the story was going.
Exactly, right? But no, he was just at the wrong store. He was one city off from the wrong store. And
Wow.
I'm like,
What was he supposed to be? Which one?
the next city over in King City.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was north or south or.
Yeah, he was just literally a city over. And he was like, how Google Maps, anything? Someone? Like, how did I miss?
Somebody brought up MapQuest recently, and I was cracking up so hard because I'm like, oh my God, I haven't heard that term in so long.
They'll have a MapQuest print out somewhere.
Oh my God. I remember helping my father try to read those, like, those pull-out maps that you bought.
I can't read those for the life of me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I remember when we were taking like road trips, and we had to just pull out that map and just had to figure out, okay, you go north here, that. Oh my God. And then
you have to have an updated one too.
Man, that company. I wonder. Wait, how do most of those companies still exist as an online setup?
I would assume, but if they exist at all, they have to be online, right?
She still makes those maps. You still go into those hotels and they're still there, and you're like, oh, okay, there's maps still there.
Yeah, I see that a lot. Yeah, I see them sometimes at like gas stations and stuff like. But you never know. You know what's funny? We joke, but you never know when you run out of service somewhere where you need that map.
Oh, but I've always had a sense of direction, so like I don't know. I've always seemed to find my way around. Like when we first moved up to the Northwest here, I knew how to get to the house from the hotel or the motel, wherever we were staying at. And my family were like, oh, which way to go? This way, that way, this way, this way. I didn't know street names. I just knew where to go. I was showing them once, and that was it. And they're like, where do you go?
I have a poor sense of direction at night. Like I'm for the most part during the daylight. I can get where I need to be very easily. Once I know how to get there once, it's pretty easy for me to get there. But the second the sun sets, it can be a completely different world. I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea. Right?
Learn your stars.
I know, right? I gotta just bring out. What was that?
It's Oregon. It's all cloud cover.
I'm lost. I'm lost forever. Fuck it. This is my new house now. I live here. I live in my car till the sun rises.
I hear in the middle of the night, homeless people turn into very, very kind souls and are willing to Sherpa around town.
They know the land.
So if
They
you
know
ever
the
get
lay of the land.
lost, yeah.
All right.
Dude, has anybody gone near Portland? Like, it's terrible. The graffiti, the homelessness, the trash. Oh my god.
I was helping someone move just outside of Portland today. That's why I was late. Yeah, no, it's yeah, I haven't seen it look this bad in Portland since I was a kid in the 90s when like the murder rate was at an all-time high.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy.
Damn.
No kidding. I drove by a couple times in the last month or so, and I'm like, my God, it almost looks like it could be Detroit now. We're like the new Detroit.
From the stories I've heard about Detroit, not quite, but I get the feel. I get what you're putting down because it's just you don't feel that like when I was a little kid, going into downtown was like traumatizing. Homeless everywhere, graffiti everywhere, like drugs. I mean, like it was just shady all the time. And then
Just like
in the
California,
2000s,
hey.
yeah, exactly, like Skid Row and
Right
shit,
around the
right?
corner.
And
Oh, my
so,
bad.
yeah. And it started to get cleaned up and a lot nicer there for a minute, but like the last 5-10 years, it's just gone downhill fast.
And I feel like the pandemic just kind of sped that up.
Oh yeah, it kind of helps, you know.
The riots did help a lot to give us that
Right.
feeling.
Yeah.
Even though they were small, but they're affecting a lot of businesses, and how many businesses are closed down there. It's just
Small
wow.
small in comparison to what though? Because 100 days
compared to what
straight.
you're talking about, yeah, but like the exaggeration of the news.
You don't have to. You don't have to exaggerate. You can watch the live streams and what was happening every single night. The news was underplayed. Now, if you watch right-wing media, they're going to say the whole city is burning down. But I've known like several people that have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in property value, and they've all left everything they've been building up for because there are entire like. They kept like to say, oh, it's one street. It's one street at a time, and then it moves around the city. Like there's been I have friends who work in the Pearl District, and it's like you usually think of Pearl District as like this bourgeoisie, like fancy part of town. And the reality is, it's all these fucking wannabe hood rat white kids that have nothing better to do. Like it's. Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into some of the news articles we have.
You have some juicy news?
We're gonna start with actually some sad news. A little sadness here.
Oh.
Yes. So, as we probably all know, that DMX recently has passed away, and I've just been seeing a lot of posts of him. What was it? What is it?
And I thought it was funny because it's almost the same day as Prince Philip. He passed away, the Queen's husband.
What is it?
I keep hearing about this Prince Philip guy, and I'm like, I don't understand the obsession with the royal family. We won the war. I don't have to give shit about their old racist people anymore.
It's
that's my 2 cents.
So from everything I've been reading, as far as at least the Prince Philip thing, is a lot of the current generation are falling away from the monarchy, kind of the not the loyalty, the tradition. Yeah, it's like people are estimating that this coming generation and the coming generations afterwards are just not going to care about the monarchy as they used to care so much. Because if you remember the days of Princess Diana and how much they adored her, it's kind of falling away from that. Because now so it's just most people don't really care about the monarchy as much as like the older generations do. So I think it really
seems like they hold more weight with Americans these days than with their own people. There's all the people. I mean, I don't know everybody who lives in the UK. That's a bold statement to make, of course. But like all the people I know personally who live there are like, it's not as big of a deal here anymore. We know, is it the parliament they have? Like it's it's really just kind of like it's a kind of a figurehead thing. Like the crown really doesn't have the same weight and power that it used to, and it's really just kind of like it's all for show. It's the cathedral performance arts of authority, and that's kind of dying in the Western world. We're falling away from that, and then in America we have that obsession with, I don't know why, we still have an obsession with rich people in our pop culture. You look at the Kardashians and all that shit. It's like money, plastic surgery, and shit that most people, if you talk to them, they'll.
You know what? That is a perfect transition to this next article. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is perfect. So recently, for anyone who's been paying attention, the rapper Bad Baby made over $1 million on OnlyFans on her fish 6 hours.
She's not even of legal age. What is she selling? Pictures of her?
No. She went on OnlyFans the second she turned 18.
She's not 18.
She is 18.
She just turned 18.
She just turned 18.
Like
I looked it up.
You read the article.
The thing I looked up, the article I read said that she's not posting anything because she's not of age.
Okay, but as far as
not anything nude-wise.
Yeah, she said she's not posting any nude.
Well, I don't know. So as far as I know, it's everything I've been reading. She turned 18. But yeah, none of her pictures are of nudes. They're just like some behind the scenes stuff and things like that.
Who fucking cares?
Apparently, people are willing to pay nearly $1 million. Like you said, people.
So retarded.
So it's crazy. Yeah, she's just like. She made bank,
she's not even a good rapper. I'm sorry, but she's not even good. Like some of the YouTubers that my daughter watches, and they criticize a lot of the music, and they come up with this one. They're like, "Yeah, this is the terriblest music ever." Makes sense.
So for anyone who doesn't know who Bad Bunny is, just by the name, she's the girl that was me. Bad Baby. My bad.
Yeah, sorry. She's definitely Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Hey,
sorry, Bad Bunny. Sorry, Bad Bunny. No disrespect. Don't come at us. No, Bad Baby. She's the girl that was the Catch Me Outside girl. I wish I had that clip to play. Sad times. I failed there. So but some of the tweets.
Hello?
I think he got dropped.
Yes, he did. We can see him like blink, but we can't see him talk. You need to do your mic, mister. Yep, we can't hear you, man. Should have invested the same mic.
I think this happened the last time I was on.
Hello?
I think your show's just trying to keep turning me into the host, and every time I'm on, you get dropped.
I don't know. That's weird. So you know what? That's kind of weird. I feel that's a conspiracy. Anyway, please don't. So,
how long's the soundboard been in full effect?
What?
How long's the soundboard been in full effect?
2 episodes.
Cool.
So yeah. Anyways, going back to some of the fun tweets. There's a fun SpongeBob meme. Let's see here. There's a fun SpongeBob meme where it says they tweeted, "Seeing Bad Baby make $1 million on OnlyFans while I had to grind it out at work."
I know, right?
Here, and then here's the interesting ones. Like pedos waiting for Bad Baby to turn 18 just to drop on OnlyFans. A lot of people were saying that. Like there's like a lot of people just waiting for her to turn 18 just to see possibly some of her nudes.
That was the whole thing back when Mary-Kate and Ashley first turned 18.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I do too.
Do they not realize that there will always be more teenage boys than there are adult men? There are millions of teenage boys that are all like, yeah, Bad Baby. Yeah, there's definitely creepers out there, but how many people were literally waiting? A creeper's not gonna wait. They're gonna just, yeah.
There's a lot of creepers out there willing to drop a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, talking a little bit about money, actually, Forbes just put out their top world's billionaires list, and apparently,
yeah, on there.
What? No, she's not up there. No, she's not. So, this is their annual list of the wealthiest people. Currently on the planet, there are 2,755 billionaires. Go for it.
Jeff Bezos on top of it all.
Yes, and during the pandemic, during the 2020, 660 of them were added. So people were making their money. People were making their bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, billionaire.
I'm not gonna lie, I've made a bunch of money during the pandemic.
Hey, if you're making your dollar, do it. Do it.
Yeah, man, stock in not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general. Like, I've made some smart plays.
There you go.
That's funny because we were talking about that at work. This gentleman who was about to buy his prescription was like, "Can I give you cryptocurrency? Can I pay this off of my crypto?" and my pharmacist goes off and I'm like, "Oh, I wish, man, I wish."
Yeah. Me and Manny did a whole episode kind of doing a layman's version of crypto, explaining to people how, for the most part, the basics of crypto and kind of some of the scams that are out there to avoid them. So there's a whole episode if you guys want to know a little bit more about crypto. But it is a thing. I think we even talked about a little bit of Dogecoin just popping off and things like that.
Yeah, jump on those beams.
So yeah, if anyone's more interested in the crypto thing, listen to me and Manny's episode to kind of get a little bit more informed on a basic level. But yeah, it is something. But yeah, it's crazy to know that I think it's roughly estimated that I think at this point, as far as like the people on this list, that they make up at least 17% of the world's income.
Wow.
Yes.
Insane.
So nearly 3,000 people own.
Jesus, are you telling me the 1% is real?
Yeah, it's becoming realistic. It is no longer where the fuck is it? This is where I can't find my soundboard. No longer conspiracy. It is real. It is real.
There you go. A little bit of tone deaf continuation.
My name is Jeff.
All right.
Really? You're gonna do me like that? All right.
My name is Jeff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you.
And look at that shit.
Okay, so let's talk.
Where's the long dick style? You need to get your
What?
long dick style. I can't remember his name, but if you look up long dick style, you'll get a good soundbite.
Man, that sounds like I'll end up in. So I'm good. I'm good. But let's get into a little bit of conspiracy. So for anyone listening, the last week, Twitch has been doing what are dubbed hot tub streams. It's basically a bunch of people, streamers, basically getting their hot tub and just chatting with their chat. And for the most part, whatever you're gonna do to make your money, right? Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, people were like have been complaining because for the most part, when you say hot tub stream, it's mostly the female streamers who are doing it.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's fine. If that's what they want to do, perfect fine. But then, people have to be pissed about it. And then, then they go on to Twitter and complain. Yep. So, yeah, it's crazy. People are
This is why I don't go on Twitter because all that bullshit comes.
Oh, yeah. Twitter is...
That's why I go on Twitter, is because it's all stupid.
So, let's get a little bit. So, the debate stems from on Twitch where, well, let's see here. It's... For the most part, when people think Twitch, it is a video game centric platform to stream, right? That's kind of the idea for the most part. But more in the last, go for it, Grant.
No, they originated as a sole purpose to stream live games, and then they've branched out.
So more recently, they've been doing their IRL or just chatting sections have been popping off with just like people like. I think if we were to do this live and stuff like that, we would be. I think they have a podcasting section. But yeah, it could just have people just things like that. But a little bit ago, I think it was like 2 days ago. Where'd it go? So one of the streamers got suspended for quote sexual content where they had one of their basically a guy was kind of there's three people on the stream, one guy and two girls. For the most part, the guy was just wearing a normal bathing suit and stuff, and the girls were wearing their bikinis and stuff. And the apparently the bikini one of the females were watching was too revealing and got a 3-day ban on their account. So
too much skin.
Too much skin.
Damn, like don't make bikinis so thin or skinny, or I mean, I don't get it. This is bullshit. This is a two-way street. I mean, on so many different ways. I almost feel like
Pornhub does live streams. There's a place for that shit.
I know, but again, some people are comfortable wearing thinner bikinis. I mean, if you go to France, all the women are topless.
Right. So, I'm saying as an organization though, Twitch has always been family-friendly content. So that's why like I wholeheartedly like I would be fine with them slapping down all that content. It's like it's Twitch. People are here to do gaming. That was the original purpose. Now they want to switch out and do all this IRL stuff. That's cool. But if your whole way of only getting views is showing your private parts, there's platforms for that. You can't complain if you're getting kicked off a platform that you're using inappropriate. Let's be adults.
She's being in a bikini. That's like no different. I mean,
oh, that's just one.
Bikini's got thinner. I mean, like, what was she showing? Like, why don't we clear the air? What was she showing why she got kicked off for 3 years?
It almost showed her nipple. It was like a white bikini, and it was almost showing her nipple. I know, you can't show, females can't show their nipples.
I know, men can show off their nipples, and again, they're feeding instruments.
Are you telling me that only guys have the ability to control things and females are not?
Yeah. I'm saying that. I'm saying it's bullshit because nipples are a feeding instrument and we should not be treating them sexualizing. If we do that, then that's what's going to continue the ideal and the mind frame that we're sexualizing the nipple. Nipples are for feeding. Like, I don't understand. Women can't breastfeed in public without having issues.
They call it chest feeding nowadays. It's chest feeding because not only women can feed.
I know, I'm just saying that, but again, it's the same idea, concept. We should be able to, if men can show off the nipples, why can't us? So the only difference is that we got fat sacks on the front of us.
Fat guys aren't allowed to show their shirts topless. I've seen people get banned on Twitch for being fat guys with titties.
Unless they're rich and they can pay for it.
I hear it is. I think I found the image. Give me a second. Oh, it wasn't a white image. Give me a second. I'm going to post it in our chat. I think I found the image that this is before the incident. I think it was the girl on the left from the image. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of double standards, not only just in this new mark thing where where
are you posting this to?
TCP notes.
Oh, okay. But there's no nipple in that photo.
No, it got wet. It was during the stream. This is just an image of the thing.
I could see why the girl in the dark lingerie, why they didn't want that. That's not really a bikini. That's like lingerie.
Yeah, there's been a lot
thing.
Because right now, I think if you go to Twitch and just go to IRL or just chatting, I think the first top lists are just people doing hot tub streams. And
yeah. It's because that's what they want to see. They want to.
We should do one just for shits and giggles.
I would. I want that cash. Come on. Oh, okay. Here's the fun. Let's talk about a little bit fun that's happening on Twitch right now. Do any of you know of a streamer named Ludwig?
Nope.
He's a very energetic, a very family friendly streamer, and for a few weeks ago he decided to do what's called a Sub-a-Thon, right? A Sub-a-Thon is basically a thing where he's gonna constantly stream, like people who do like marathon stuff, like, I'm gonna stream for 24 hours, I'm gonna stream for 48 hours, right? So a Sub-a-Thon can last for an extended period of time, depending on a method. So the way he set it up was that he was gonna stream and there was going to be a timer. And the way people could interact with the timer, if someone subbed to him, it would add 10 seconds to the counter. If someone donated 500 bits, it would add 10 seconds. So, he estimated that he would probably end up streaming for maybe 3 days straight, right? And you know what? That poor man, to this day, he's been streaming for 26 days straight. Someone got to free that boy.
Oh, damn.
These very kind wardens have not let this man rest. He's been streaming day in and day out.
What does he do for bathroom breaks? Does he just take the camera with him?
There's what considered a 5-minute grace period where he can be off camera. But yeah, no, he for the most part people watch him cook. The people watch him work out, watch him play video games, watch him sleep, because he has to be constantly. Wow. He's always has to be streaming. But boy, if you think about it, he's banking right now. So every 7 days, during the first 7 days, and even the second days, he was like gonna do a calculations and stuff and things. I was watching it when he was doing his day 21 calculations on roughly how much he's made, and it's a day 26 today as of this recording. But let's see here, where is it? There it is. At day 21, 3 weeks in, the amount of money that was subbed and bit to him, he nearly made $900,000. That's how much people have donated to him.
Fuck, where's my putt? I want to get on this action. Shit.
Yeah, so these kind souls just keeping him trapped. And I think it was like yesterday. The timer.
You have to work. Think about it. For $900,000, you would be good for another year or two.
So he still has to. He's roughly at the 21-day mark. He himself was he did some of the taxes and stuff and things. He himself, as an individual, was roughly going to make let's see here, $400,000 that month. That I'm just saying the month, just that month, yeah. $400,000. And he currently has roughly 17 moderators helping him with this stream, and he's paying them each. And he's paying them each, and they're roughly getting. I did the math on that one. They are getting roughly $6,000 this month just for helping him mod the stream. Damn. So that's So remember, that was just at day 21. He is still going strong, and I'm gonna say this right now: the second it gets to day 30 or 31, everyone who subbed with Amazon Prime are gonna get that back. And they're just going to re-add it back into his thing.
Why are they going to get it back?
Because, okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, the Amazon owns Twitch. And the way Amazon,
yeah, that's right.
And if you have Amazon Prime, you actually get a free. If you do, you get a free subscription to Twitch. So you can go sub to someone for free, and support someone, right? So yeah, you get a free support to someone. So if anyone wants to, please support me on Twitch, one day. But no, you get a free subscription to anyone you feel like support him. So go support Ludwig. Don't let him free yet. I want him to just continue staying. But anyways, once it refreshes every 30 days. So. And the way it's set up is that you yourself have to directly subscribe to someone, and after 30 days, that Prime sub is going to get refreshed, and people are just going to resub to him again, and that poor man will be trapped again. And here's the thing: I think it was after
trapped making thousands of dollars.
Tens
sounds like an absolute tragedy. I'm making thousands dollars to have people watch me chew some terrible ass I cook for myself.
Yeah, and
unless you watch me and see the amazing food I eat.
That's what I'm saying. If I had charisma and people skills, I could make money doing stupid shit online too. Watch me lick paint off of paintbrushes. Tastes like ice cream.
But yeah, there's some fun stuff happening on Twitch. You know, there is a hashtag set Ludwig free, but I don't think so. There's been a lot of things that they've tried to do. So I know if you donate over 100 subs, they ban you. So yeah, so it's funny.
So if you donate 100 subs, you can't donate more.
Yeah, exactly. They ban you. So they've been doing a lot of.
Sounds like they're not trying to make infinite amount of money.
No, the thing I think was going to happen is I think moving forward, Twitch is going to put like some restrictions on things like this. Because he's been going a long time, and it's crazy. Poor man has to sleep in a race car bed.
You can only stream for 30 days straight. Anything beyond that's just fucking ridiculous.
But yeah, so is he still going? Let me double check. Really, as far as this recording and the day we're recording, he's on day 27, and he is sitting at 30. Oh wow, he's at 31 minutes still remaining on the clock. That clock has been at 31 minutes for like 5 days.
Wow.
So, like I said, like 2 days ago, it hit 1 second, and then people do. Dumped
on it. Yeah.
So
like no.
I'm waiting for my Twitch Prime to refresh, and I'm gonna donate just to be a little part of it. But set that man free one day.
Set him free after I participate in the meme.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
let me ask you, how much GameStop do you owe?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I own 5 shares.
Yeah,
not that much.
Yeah, P owns some. I knew it. I made my money on GameStop and walked.
I'm still positive. I bought it when it was low, and I didn't get big into it. But I did buy Dogecoin when it was low.
You know what they say about paper hands?
Half a penny or something like that.
A quarter of a penny.
Yeah.
Paper hands get paid.
Diamond hands, everyone hold. Everyone hold diamond hands.
Paper hands get paid. Just saying. The paper they're talking about is the money lining your pockets that you reinvest into high dividend returns. Yes, I'm gonna take my boomer money.
Okay, yeah. So let's talking about some crazy shit that's like happening with monies and stuff. Apparently, in Singapore, there is a club membership that's worth $250,000. And
what?
Yeah. So it's one of these things that it was a place people would go. It wasn't even that expensive originally to go to have a membership.
Like Epstein Island party type club?
Kind of, yeah. Let me copy the image and post it.
You said it's in Thailand?
Singapore.
The
image.
I don't know enough of this.
There's the image of the place.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So originally, membership at this place wasn't actually that expensive, but it skyrocketed during the pandemic just to have the yes. So if you had a membership here, you could sell it. Here's what's interesting. You could sell off your membership to people, and people were buying it off.
Yeah.
So
what makes this place so special?
It's a mix
they don't believe
sorry, go for it.
They don't believe in science and Rona. They just fuck it. So everybody's like, yeah.
It's a mix. It's a mix of the land space and the just how secure and secluded the area is. So there's almost a lack of worry when it comes to like the sickness, and they're very it's just more exclusivity. Like you'll be for the most part safer than you would be if you went to. There you go. Thank you. That's better. That's better. Exactly. But yeah, because let's see here. They have a chart here. So back in early 2000 to get into this place, it would cost $95,000. And people who had this permanent thing, now it's worth $350K to get into this place. So yeah, it's like Yeah, like I said, if you have you're good to go.
That's pretty sweet, man.
But
yeah, well, with 350K, that's like the price of a house right now, if not more.
Totally raises my hopes that my Beanie Baby collection will one day be worth money again.
And look at that shit.
Keep dreaming, Grant. Keep dreaming.
It's gonna happen. I got
Not a single fuck was given this day.
Exactly. That's the best mentality. Let's see what other news is happening. There's some sad news and some sad and cringy news, or some crazy science news. What do you guys want?
I like cringe.
Cringe?
What's the cringe?
So a couple, like last year, it is currently being brought up again, was about the Virginia officers that stopped the lieutenant at a gas station and assaulted him. Let's see if I can post it really.
A soldier who got maced? Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a video and everything. It's pretty sad. I watched the entire video of the individual. So basically, he bought a new car. He was just getting it's a brand new car that he bought about a week or two ago. He was heading home from work in his lieutenant's uniform, and these cops pulled him over, telling him to get out of the car, being extremely aggressive, and
he's black. That's of all things. That's like so much going on right now.
Yeah, here it is. Let me see here.
Bullshit. Does the seafood manager at Safeway tell you the bullshit that happens to the cops when they do that to him?
No.
You know the car he drives is a BMW, right?
Yes. No. Does he really? Damn.
Yeah, he drives a BMW. Yeah, we bought it used, whatever. Yeah, we live next to the cop station. Is not that far from where he lives and where I live. So he would go to work early in the morning. The cops literally are out of his camera view and running his plates on him. And then they would sometimes, flip a U on him after the fact. When they're like trying to, like, they leave a far enough gap, read his plates and everything. It's bullshit. Like, yeah, he tells me all about all this.
Go for it. No, sorry, I wanted to try. I haven't used this sound effect yet. Wait. Oh, so that's what that one does. That's what it is. I was wondering what that one was. He is a criminal.
But he's not a criminal. You know that. A seafood manager is not a criminal. He's just like any normal black guy. But driving a nice car should not have to make you have to pull that guy over just because he's driving a nice car.
True.
He didn't steal it.
But don't forget, we live in America, where that is the norm.
No, I know.
That time.
It's bullshit.
Like I said, this news article has been popping off. He's suing these two gentlemen, and
he's every goddamn right.
And yeah, it's crazy. It's just another news story of another one of these things happening around. And I hate seeing another because it's gonna happen again and again and again.
We need to redo. We need to do America. I mean, America needs to get rid of the racism. I mean, we weren't built on racism. We were built on, inclusivity.
I thought we were built on we don't want to. I thought we were built on we don't want to be a part of something. So let's split apart.
Yeah, we do, and I mean, religion too. I mean, a lot of original people that came here were trying to get away from
Church of England. They founded the entire country on religious persecution.
Exactly.
They didn't want to pay the taxes to the crown, God, the way they founded a new land, and then killed all the people that were here, both on purpose and by accident because we didn't understand virology.
Bruh. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we should be moving forward, and I feel like we're going backwards. This is not.
I don't think
we were moving forward, but you got people pushing critical race theory into all of our systems and telling people that every situation, no matter what, is automatically based on race. When you can watch the data and the reports and everything firsthand and decide for yourself. And half the times, like the video you guys are talking about right now, first off, both of those officers were young and they were really aggressive right off the bat, but they were right in a lawful order that once they pulled him over and told him to get out of his vehicle, by state law, where they're at, he has to comply. and he was non-compliant.
Sure.
And that's the whole thing. Like, there are so many things that cops have to deal with, and everybody wants to put it automatically into the race thing. Now, that gentleman should have never been maced. That cop needs to be held accountable for that. But when you're in a situation like that, and someone is non-compliant, news wants to sell this picture of America's racist cops are out there killing, even who get shot in the face because they're non-compliant. You're non-compliant with an officer, they're gonna shoot you, and it happens all the time. That's just my opinion.
I mean, yes, we should be compliant to our law enforcement, but at the same time, it's very sketchy that they pulled him over for whatever. What was the reason again?
By law,
I kind of pulled the
right? Car dealers are not required by law to make sure that the vehicles they are selling in that state are up to code on tint laws. So you can go to a dealership, buy a car from the dealer, and take it home and get pulled over on the way from the dealership.
Damn, I didn't know that. Fuck.
And the cops, when they were pulling over, especially when it's a tinted window issue, I want to know how the cops knew he was black before they pulled him over. That's my whole thing. When they say it was a race thing, how do you know he was black when they pulled him over when they're telling him the reason they were pulling him over was for tinted windows? You can't see through the tint.
Oh, yes. The way he talked. I can't think of a stupid accent at the moment, but yes, the way he talked. I don't know. It's another story, another sad story, but the world.
You know, and in the end of the day, it more often than not has to go with bad training, because the guy whose body cam you're watching, he keeps freaking the fuck out because he's got junior cadet off to the right of him who keeps doing shit you're not supposed to do. You know, after they maced him, he kept reaching into the car to take the seatbelt off the guy, which, you know, it would make sense. You just fucking mace the guy. How's he supposed to find his seatbelt and get out of the car? But in police training, they teach you that no matter who you're dealing with, they're going to fucking kill you. So they always go way overboard. That's why he got maced in the first place.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy times, y'all.
All right. Let's get into some weird shit then. Let's get away from the realness of humanity to some of the science of the world. So recently, there is some strong evidence that they have found a new force of nature. So, for the most part, let's see here.
What kind of weird force of nature?
Apparently, I'm going to read this. All the forces we experience every day can be reduced to just 4 categories: gravity, electromagnetism, the strong force, and the weak force. I did not know that's what they were called. But the findings come from a research carried out at the laboratory near Chicago. The 4 fundamental forces govern how all the objects and particles in the universe interact with each other. For example, gravity makes objects fall to the ground. Heavy objects behave as if they are glued to the ground or to the floor. See here. But apparently during an experiment from the Moen G2 experiment, I think that's what it's called, there was an occurrence that is 1 in 40,000 chance of happening, where, let's see here, where did it go? A level 5 sigma, or a 1 in 1 trillion chance of observing being coincidence is needed to be claimed. What the fuck is it? I just read it. I need a highlighter when it comes to articles.
Should be able to.
Can you really? Can you highlight shit?
Yeah, that's done.
Tools. Tools? No, they don't. Oh wait, no. Damn it! I wish you can highlight shit. So I'm trying to find it.
What is the point they were able to?
Yeah, because I know you can do it on PDF files. I can't even find it. But apparently, it's supposed to help just understand how the universe works a little bit more. And they're just going to keep running tests to see. But I like having the idea that there's more to the world than just a couple things. Oh, here it goes. No one knows yet what the potential new force does or the influences the muon particles. Theoretical physicists believe that it might also be associated with an as yet undiscovered subatomic particle. There is more than one concept for what this hypothetical particle might be. One is part of a leptoquark Another is a Z bison. But yeah, they're just going to continue. How do you become a theoretical physicist? Can I be a theoretical podcaster?
I don't know, Jesus.
Bruh.
But I would like to one day call you Doctor.
Exactly.
It's just to start calling you Dr. Jesus from here.
Going forward, I'm Dr. Jesus. No doctorate.
My name is Jeff.
But yeah, that's kind of some of the news stories that I found. Does anyone have any interesting news stories they found they want to talk about?
I work too much to even notice.
Okay. If there's
nothing. Hello, Grant. Gone. Dun dun dun.
No. Oh, actually, I have that.
He's doing the same thing you're doing earlier, Jesus.
Oh no! Did he blank out again, or maybe he had a moment?
Maybe. The secret moment. He's trying to figure it out. It's hilarious.
No, I think he would have messaged us if something happened. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we've gone a good chunk of time. I don't think we have any other articles pertaining to, because like I said, I didn't want to talk about the other stuff because it's just also saddening.
Too scandalous.
It is, and a lot of people on the internet are already talking about it. So I'm trying to avoid stuff like that.
I totally understand that. I mean, you went over it with me earlier, and I'm just surprised. That's all. That's I don't know. This world is so crazy some days. Sometimes I wish we were like not so. What's the word I want? Like technical advancement. Like, but at the same time,
okay,
I want to.
That's fine. It seems we're continuing to have technical difficulties, so I think we're going to call it in. It was fun for the most part. At the moment, the Make Wonder Beast is having issues. That's just weird. We've been having a couple little issues, so one day we need some tech support.
Not a single fuck was given this day.
So yeah, let's call it in for now. So Liz and Grant, thank you for joining me for another episode as we dive into the craziness.
Grant. Bye, guys.
Bye.